welcome on back to Pick Central. It's myself, Smitty, and Big Ev today. But first, Pick Central is brought to you by the Barstool Sports book, exclusive picks and parlays from literally everyone sitting on this show at the moment. Tons of ways to bet. What?
No, nothing. Just
What are you laughing at?
go ahead.
What are you laughing? I want you to know. No. I want you to know what you're laughing at.
No, just go ahead.
Why not?
Go ahead with the ad read.
I want you to tell me why you're laughing. What?
No.
You have to now.
Proceed.
No, you have to.
You have to.
The show cannot move on until you say it.
Because you saying picks from everybody seated here, I can see the audience not seeing that as a complimentary compliment.
Like it was. Wait, what do you mean?
That people would be ashamed of some of our three picks.
I mean, first,
Speak for
Smitty,
yourself.
you're starting off hot, dude. I don't know. You're coming.
I mean, I
laughed.
laughed. Let me keep my laughter myself. You want to know why I was laughing?
no,
And
it's
that's why
fine.
was
I
laughing.
like.
And I was talking about me specifically. Like, you throw my picks out there, people might be like, "Oh, fuck that guy."
You know what? I think this year we gotta have confidence in ourselves.
I agree. I'm
I think that
6-0 over the weekend.
all these commenters
last
aren't
night.
gonna get to your head.
We got 15 bowl picks today. We got plus 1776 coming out for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Tons of ways to bet: daily odds boosts, live in-game bets, move the line teasers. But the best thing you need to do if you are a new gambler, you are new to the sports book for the Super Bowl especially, download today and create an account. $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So that's huge. You get a bonus cash if you even lose. So it's one of the nicest things you can do as a sports book.
It's beautiful.
Must be 21 up, and gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And a note on that bonus cash. Jack McCarthy and I were talking. This is a very good point. Other sites will give you a free bet, which means if you lose, you get a free bet, and you have to win that free bet to basically get back to even. Barstool Sportsbook, you get bonus cash. So if you lose your initial bet, you basically are even right then and there. Yes, you have to use the bonus cash, but you're basically even again. You don't have to win that extra bet.
Yep. All right. So, first of all, I would like to say I've been doing this like ladder challenge thing. I might be the hottest gambler of all.
Who'd you pick yesterday?
Kansas -4.
Oh, for some reason I thought you picked Duke.
No, I can't do my.
See, that's how I know you.
didn't-
That's how I know you knew better.
I did not like that. I told you, if you knew my tone with Duke last night, I did not like that bet. But yeah, Kansas. If I didn't lose Creighton last week, I would have already done the 10,000. I'm 9-1 in my last 10.
It's good though.
It's
Pretty
good. And today I'm scared. I'm not gonna say it yet because I'm in between two, but I'm very scared. But today we're doing props. We're doing Super Bowl props. Smitty came in and said he has 15 of them, so I want him to go through his 15 and we can talk about them. All right.
Okay, now, gentlemen, ladies, however you like to identify yourselves. Ebo, somebody get Ebo on the line. Ebo, what's your niche in the dozen?
What's my niche?
Yeah.
I had two really bad TV shows. I had Archer and The Flash from the CW.
Okay, but each show you consider yourself an expert in. Otherwise, you wouldn't choose it as your niche in the dozen, correct?
Sure. I consider myself more of an expert than the people that work here on those shows. And
Okay, Ev, what's
not
your niche
CW.
on the dozen? MMA?
No, Kirk always rocks, but I mean, yeah, MMA, Entourage.
Okay, but you would consider yourself very well known in...
Get to the fucking.
I know what he's gonna say, but yes, Adam.
My niche is the Philadelphia Eagles. I consider myself an
I was
expert
waiting.
on this team, on this franchise.
He was gonna ask more people if I didn't tell him to stop.
Marty, what's your niche?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Look, on this show, I've thrown a lot of stuff out there that people come at me. Most notably, this Eagles offensive line is one of the greatest of all time, which I believe in. I definitely believe in 5 Pro Bowlers. That's a subjective take. That's my opinion. If you want to argue with me on it, like, there's no correct answer.
I do think that you and Boosh should be suspended for saying that there was 11 sacks.
No, we didn't say that. We thought
44.
No, the proper graphic. I mean, whatever. These props that I'm going to give are based on facts and objectivity. And if you guys disagree with them, I want you to say it. I picked out 15 props from this game, which I think are very, very high leverage plays, especially odds-wise, that people can bet on. And we'll go through them. And you guys tell me how you feel.
All right.
Prop number 1. Total sacks on the game, over 5.5 plus 112. Eagles are one of the greatest sack-heavy teams of all time. I believe they're third all-time behind the 84 and the 85 Bears. They can get 6 by themselves, but I'm not even saying that. Jalen Hurts is not infallible of going down. He's going to go down, 2 or 3 times. That plus 112 for over 5.5, I think that's a pretty safe bet, especially for plus money. And I want you guys to interject and tell me what you think.
I don't hate it.
That was yeah.
You do have the best offensive line in history of sports, right?
But that's not saying Jalen Hurts isn't infallible. Like, he could be running an RPO, mix the handoff, step back to pass, get crushed. He can extend a play, go down. He's been sacked before, 44 times, according to Brandon Walker. He's having his own Barstool Boys Club out there. He doesn't give a fuck about sports. Over 5.5 sacks, I think it's pretty good.
No, I don't hate it. I guess my knee-jerk reaction to it was I don't hate it, but you have 2 quarterbacks that are hard to sack.
Yes.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Mahomes obviously hard, elusive.
I don't hate it, though. It's
Hurts as well, elusive.
It's like even money.
Just for the sake of we're discussing. Those are 2 just fears I would have, but I don't hate it.
Total sacks by Eagles over 2.5.
See, like that, I probably prefer that over going 6 total.
And that's fair. That's fair.
What's the number on them over 2.5? The juice?
Minus 125.
Makes sense.
Over 2.5. They are going to be...
They're relying on them
Look,
to get more of the sacks, which is probably...
The Eagles have 4... They were the only team in NFL history with 4 players over 10 sacks. Javon Hargrave, Brandon Graham, Hassan Reddick, and Josh Sweat. They don't even blitz that much. These guys are just going to be eaten. And Mahomes, and this isn't...
That is I've been saying it. That is the recipe to beat them.
Exactly. And this isn't...
It really is.
This is a discredit on Mahomes. He's going to have to do everything offensively for them.
Honestly, that's like the recipe to beat any good passing attack. That was the Giants in those Super Bowls. That was like the Seahawks beating that great Denver offense. Like if you can consistently get home with 4 and drop everyone back like that, it makes it incredibly difficult.
He's going to be under pressure a lot. He just is. So over 2.5 sacks, I think it's great. And player to record the most sacks, Hassan Reddick is plus 300. Chandler Jones is plus 500, I believe. There's a plus 1,100, and that's Brandon Graham, who's had over 10 sacks this year. He's old, for sure, but he's also had games where he's had 3 sacks. And in a game like this, 1.5 sacks could be the sack leader.
For sure.
So Brandon Graham, strip sack hero, plus 1,100.
I like that.
That's
Smitty.
great.
That one I like. I like that.
Here's a good one that I think you guys are going to want to discuss. Combined jersey number of all TD scores.
I looked at that. I wrote that one down.
Wrote it
down.
It's a little juice heavy. Minus 143 for under 173.5. Now you look at it, people above 11 for both teams. You got Mahomes, who's 15. You got Kadarius Toney, who's 19. And you got like all 3 running backs for the Eagles who are in their 20s and 30s. And you got Quez Watkins, who's 16. You're basically fading Dallas Goedert and Travis Kelce from scoring multiple times.
Kelsey's the biggest fear.
Yes.
Of course.
Kelsey scores 2. That bet's done. It's a little juice.
Hold on. I was going to ask. I wanted to like decipher that for the people. So Kelsey scoring twice is literally like 100.
That's
74.
Yeah, that beats it. That's
right brutal.
There.
That's tough.
See, I thought it was just like Kelsey, even if he scored 3 times, is like 1 touchdown, like one number, if you will.
Yeah. So you're basically fading Kelsey and Goddard.
Are you sure that's the way it's? Is that how it is?
That's how it is.
Wow.
That's how it is.
I didn't.
But
think it was,
you look at the jersey number of the first touchdown score under 11.5 minus 112. So you're looking at Jalen Hurts, 1, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and basically anybody on the Chiefs not named Mahomes or Kelsey.
McKinney Pacheco is number 10.
Juju's 9.
Juju
MVS.
9. MVS is what, 11?
Yep. I mean, Tony's 19.
Tony's 19. So
and you got like Sky Moore, who's 24. But I think that's pretty.
It's reasonable. I mean, it makes sense. The number makes sense.
It's just they're just doing it against Travis Kelce.
Literally Kelsey Goddard, like
Which could hit.
And Tony, I
1,000%.
guess.
I'm going to fade against that.
Or an Eagles running back.
Each team to score over 20 points minus 137. I just don't see how that doesn't happen.
I think they both. Yeah, they both score over 20. Yeah.
I just don't see.
I kind of lean.
like that a lot.
Do you like the over in the game? Because
I do.
As more time's going on, the more I think I'm starting to like the over. I'm not like set on it yet.
If I don't love it, but if I were to bet over under, I'd be betting the over.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna bet it. If I'm gonna bet it. Totally.
Wait, so what's over? Both teams over 20?
Both teams over 20 minus 137.
I mean, I'd much rather take that minus 137 than a minus 110 on the over. Like that's
Oh
over
yeah.
40.
I mean the over under's 51.
Yeah.
And you could very easily see
Total's been going up.
Yeah.
You're telling me I could get over 40 at.
Well, but it's not. Just
I know it's not over 40, but it's mostly over 40, kind of. For both, like if you're betting the over, you're thinking both teams are getting over 20 no matter
So
what.
is it 20 gets you home? Like
20 gets you home.
I mean, no, it's reasonable. I like it. I mean,
Minus 120 to minus 137 if you don't want to bet the over under at 51. I think that's good. Total yards of the shortest TD of the night. This is very juice heavy. You might want to parlay with something under 1.5 is minus 182. If the Eagles get first and goal from the 1 yard line, that's 4 QB sneaks right there.
Yeah.
That's just it. That's the way to go. And then we're on to the punt game. Eagles punter stinks. Brett Kern. Absolutely awful. His longest punt under 52.5 yards, minus 117. I like that. And also, Brett Kern to punt a touchback, plus 340. Now, if you think about this, if the Eagles are like third and long from the 50 and have to third and long from like the 45 and have to punt it, he's either going to shank it and it's on the 20, or he's going to boot it too long. He's not coffin corner Madden 98 in it in the 2 yard line. Plus 340, not too shabby.
no, that's not bad.
And it's also for the Chiefs punter as well, plus 340. Like, you can accidentally get one rolling back there.
I almost want to like for him to just take both of them, and just if one of them hits, you're up.
Exactly. Also love, and this is plus money, under 6.5 punts total, plus 115. These guys, if it's fourth and short on any side of the ball, both teams are probably going for it.
I like the logic. Like both good offenses. Like you're not the total's high for a reason.
Yep.
Eagles to score in the first drive, plus 125. And I checked this. That includes a field goal. They have been bananas scoring right out of the gate. All year long. They have been great.
I saw some. I'm not questioning you because you would know more.
Especially in the playoffs. Playoffs came ready to go
have.
and drove right down the field both times. And for a field goal, Jake Elliott's good from essentially 60 in when it's nice weather. Like, feel
In my
confident.
opinion, I think the Eagles have to come out hot. I think they have to come out hot in this game because the Chiefs usually always do. All right, what's next?
Next, we have Mahomes over a half interception, almost even money, minus 110, and Mahomes over 1.5 picks at plus 40. He's going to be pressured a lot. The half interception I love. Like, he's going to throw one up there, maybe get hit, something happens, try to dink it into coverage, gets tipped. I like him just basically lucking into an interception some way, somehow. And then if they're down, say he throws a pick in the first half and then they're down in the second half, especially last drive, throwing up a heave, like doing something plus 460, I think it's pretty good.
I like the over half.
What's over a half? What's that?
Over half, minus 110.
That's a crazy. That's how good he is.
I think he
It's
throws a
minus
pick.
110 to throw one pick. Has he thrown one yet? This
He threw one definitely against Cincinnati.
did.
Did he throw two against Cincinnati? At least one.
I don't remember.
And we got 2 left. This one's the Smitty Stats Special. The Eagles this year yeah, that's right, the Smitty Stats Special. The Eagles this year had an historic second quarter. I mean, just blowing teams out. The greatest point differential in the second quarter in NFL history. They scored 12.4 points a game in the second quarter. Chiefs, third in the league, 10.1 points per game in the second quarter behind the Chargers at 11.3. Highest scoring quarter, second quarter, plus 170. It's the highest odds. Fourth quarter's plus 190, and then the first and third are like plus 600. I think
I like that. That's
second quarter is a very, very good bet.
So Mahomes did not throw a pick against some asshole. He fumbled. That was what I was thinking of. He had that fucking.
yeah.
He hasn't thrown a pick in the playoffs, actually.
And this last
When I'm wrong, I'll fact check myself. He's not thrown a pick in the two games.
this last one I found. I want to see if you agree with me because I had to check this 10 times to make sure this is exactly what I saw. This is the banana batshit Barstool Sportsbook play of possibly the millennium. The total number of coaches' challenges for the game, plus 250, over 1.5.
That they're just going to challenge a
That
call?
they're just going to challenge. Andy Reid might use both of his challenges within the first drive.
Like, there's gonna be some plays where
Like, how is there not two challenges? See,
Exactly.
Obviously, you have to worry about the plays where they look at it themselves. But I agree with you. It seems almost like too.
I mean, Andy
It's
Reid,
almost as scary how easy it's.
Yeah, for
Andy did-
plus 250.
Andy did both himself.
They're just going to attempt like it's
Like, that should be even
Are
money.
you sure it's not like correctly challenged? It's just attempt.
A challenge is attempted, and Nick Sirianni has a pretty quick
Yeah, he's
at the draw for challenges as well. He doesn't want to shit on the pot. Like, plus 250.
I agree with you.
I like that.
It seems too easy almost.
I like that.
It almost seems too
I'm
easy.
sure everyone's
I like-
double checking that, but I checked it 10 times today on the Barstool Sports.
Yeah, as long as it's just attempted
Plus
challenges,
250
that
for attempted challenge.
seems shockingly high.
Andy Reid challenged something in the first quarter that wasn't even challengeable last game.
Oh, he did both. Yeah, he hit that bet himself by himself last week. So that I like that bet. Plus 250 too. It's like that's a shit ton for that. Before we keep going, I want to talk to you guys about buy optimizers because they put a pronunciation on here today, and I like that. If you're looking for the newest cutting-edge products to push your brain and body to the outer limits of what's possible, then you should stop what you're doing and check out Nootopia, the most powerful bespoke nootropics on the market today. Clemmer has this on it. He's got it on his desk. And sometimes when you're feeling a little slow, you pop a little spray in your mouth, and your brain's back in business. You see every stack was formulated by a man who's the most advanced brain chemist and nootropics formulator alive today. Even better, every formula is customized for you based on your strengths, weaknesses, and goals, so you get exactly what you need. You'll be amazed by how quickly they work. Within 15 to 30 minutes, you should begin to feel and notice the mental effects. And the best part, the formulas come out with a full 1 year guarantee, so there's zero risk to you to try them for yourself. So here's the deal. If you like them, you're not fully maximizing your potential, both personally and professionally, then you owe it to yourself to try Nootopia's formulas. Simply go to nootopia.com/picks and use picks to receive 10% off any order. Again, that's nootopia.com/picks. All right.
2 challenges.
Well,
Like, towards
first
the end of the
all,
game, like, you're just going to use them, like, if you have to use them.
I like that. I like that pick. If you go with Smitty's picks, you could, if the Eagles suck, you could potentially go 0-14. That's a fact.
Potentially.
But if you're liking the Eagles, I want one
I
stat.
faded the Eagles punter. You asked.
That's true. You don't like him. He hit the wire. I did see this has not
What do you, from my perspective, what do you want me to give? That's what I'm most knowledgeable on.
No, I just had to call out what you. No, I liked it. I didn't hate the picks.
If I thought the Eagles were going to lose this game, there would be other picks.
There is one guy on Reddit who has incorrectly picked the Super Bowl 15 years in a row.
You mean correctly?
Incorrectly.
Incorrectly?
He has missed. He has picked. Made a pick 15 years in a row and has missed it every single time. And he gave an in-depth pick in his pick this year, and it's the Eagles. I know that doesn't, but that is something that needs to be said.
There's also the guy that's picked the last 9 in a row, and he picked the Eagles.
Oh, that's a 9 and a 15.
There's something crazy
Who picked it before the season?
before this.
In 2015, he picked the next.
He picked the next
10.
7 whatever winners, and he's hit every one. And this year it's the Eagles.
So which ones do?
I would say it's more.
One's due to lose, one's
I would
due
say
to
it's.
win.
Well, it's definitely crazier the guy who picked it 7 years ago.
Yeah,
The Eagles would win this season.
that is insane.
And just picked the last 5 or 6, whatever it is in a row.
Also, I mean, you look at the statistical probabilities. He's choosing between 1 or 32 teams each year. The guy,
The guy's just going 0 for he's just
0
going
for 12. He's picking 1 for 1 on 1.
Yeah, but I think that's so bad. You have way more of a chance of.
No,
One of
No,
one
it's
against-
impossible
I
to
understand.
choose the next 7 Super Bowl winners.
It is
out of a
but
hat.
When it's 50-50 for this guy, you'd be bound to win one. That's what I'm saying.
No, I see what you're saying, but like we're talking math.
I know math. I
Way
know how
harder.
hard it is to do what that guy's doing.
And
I think both are crazy.
And the crazy thing is, the teams that he has winning the next few years are all like good teams. That they were when he started this, they were horrible.
Who?
Like I think next year it's like the Bengals or the Bills. Or
It's the Bills,
it's like
Jaguars,
Bills, It's
Bengals.
like Bills, something
Bills,
like that.
Bengals,
sequence.
Jaguars.
Who is this schmuck?
I mean, the fact that he picked the Eagles to win in 2017 when
And then brought him back again.
yeah, and then brought him back
That's crazy.
again in 2015.
Also, I think last year, like he had the Rams. Like when
Mm-hmm.
he started, the Rams were ass.
I will say things aren't going to the script as usual. Like the Phillies were supposed to win this year because of the
Yeah, but that's only like a 1 or 2 time proven thing. That's a theory.
it's every time we have a financial
Recession. It
crisis.
was twice.
3.
Well, this would have been the third.
No, this would have
And
been
there wasn't
4.
really a financial crisis.
There's a financial crisis happening.
Not to the extent of.
not to the extent.
It's
You're
pretty.
talking Great Depression in 08.
Well, it's pretty bad.
But I'm saying not nearly them as
I know everyone's
today.
coming to us about our financial knowledge.
I
But
mean, those sort of stats you can make up stats to benefit that narrative.
you can make up.
Also,
anything.
there's an. I mean, do you guys see
You
the?
can make up this guy doing. He could have done this 40 different times on different accounts, and one's hitting. You have no idea.
That's true. There also was.
Like, there's so many people.
there also
that
was
do
one that just saying like the score just like leaked and it was scripted.
I saw
it was
two of
it was
those.
37-34 Eagles.
And I saw 30-29 Chiefs. I've seen so many of them. Like that's why the internet sucks now
It's the
because
best.
it's the best. But
We're
sucks.
sitting here like really talking about it like it matters at all.
and it does to
These
me.
random
It does.
fucking people make it up. Who's gonna
Chat
win
saying
Super
it's
Bowl.
fake.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
What? The guy?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, because they're
all fake.
It is.
Sure,
fake. There's no way you can do
Hey,
that.
I'm the wrestling fan crying in Brandon Walker's hometown in the stands. I believe it's real.
There's just no like. He definitely had 50,000 accounts or just made it up. Like,
Tweeted like every sequence possible.
yeah, I thought about doing. I
Like,
was like,
every burner account.
yeah, because there's always that one guy. It's like, in 6 years ago they tweeted that this happened. There's one prop bet I want to talk about is it's first catch.
I certainly.
Travis Kelce's plus 650 for the first catch of the game. That's crazy. AJ Brown's is the favorite, and he's like plus. What is it? About 350.
3 something like.
Like
360
that's
maybe.
no matter what. First catch, you go if you have AJ Brown and Travis Kelce, they're the 2 number ones, and it's 650 and 350.
I mean, it's just one of those like if you're leaning, not a guarantee, but you're leaning heavily on the coin toss.
Yeah. So
Not a guarantee you're going to complete a pass the first drive, but like with these two teams, especially the Chiefs, it's highly likely.
yes, and especially I can see the first
I
play.
mean, I can see him just spreading it out too.
oh yeah, I mean you look at those fucking.
Mahomes.
I mean, they can throw it to anybody. Like,
Yeah.
I mean every game he hits like 9 receivers. It's insane.
I mean, the first one could be to fucking like Noah Gray,
or like McKinnon.
like literally anyone.
Hey, Andy Reid's coaching. It wouldn't surprise me if Noah Gray is under center for the first snap of the game.
What's that guy Bratson or whatever his name was?
What?
That the other one that we were talking about,
Oh yeah.
Bratson, like, number 88 or something.
Yeah,
Like
the
they could
other-
go to literally
The other
anybody.
Kelce.
Any unlisted Chiefs players, 30-1.
It's not bad. So.
Is there anyone on that list you can, off the top of your head, that you would think that's gotten a catch?
Maybe Blake Bell. I'm seeing like they have Sky Moore, Tony, Noah Gray, Justin Watson on here. So
They even got Sky Moore. They're
it's
deep.
it's
Got
probably
a Gray on there.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Also, people are saying that offensive linemen to score touchdowns plus 2,000 might be a good bet. I don't think that's a good bet at all. It
just
would
think
need to come from the Chiefs side. If they get down in the red zone, Eagles are just pounding it. So
Thing is, even like when that shit could happen, the them being open and catching the ball is also just insane.
It's one of those two. Like even if it hits, like that number is not what it should be.
No.
Scaring like everything.
like we were talking about
it's a
before the
lineman
show.
scoring a touchdown. Like how often in the matter of every like fuck the Super Bowl, just every NFL game, how often does it happen? Way less than.
I'd say it
20 to 1.
happened. Do you think it would happen?
It should be like 100 to
do you
1.
think it's happened this year over under 3.5 times? This year.
Offensive lineman scored a touchdown.
Off a catch, not like a fumble.
Well, that one I think a fumble would count.
Fumble would count,
Which that probably honestly the most likely scenario.
Yeah, it's also true. It's probably
less.
right around.
Probably less, like 3. I'd be shocked if it happened more than 5 times.
Yeah.
Smitty's stealing Kelly in Vegas sack prop bet. You mean to tell me that I'm betting
Why are
one
you
of the
answering these
greatest
people? You think
sack pass rushers
we all
of all
know-
time and sacks? That's Kelly in Vegas's bet.
We all know that you're not
Good for
looking
Kelly.
at Kelly in Vegas' Twitter.
What? No, I do. I like Kelly. I follow her. I do tailor bets, but to say that that's her sack prop bet, that's God's sack prop bet.
I don't think I follow anyone's picks.
Also, just Super Bowl props in general are topsy-turvy bullshit. Any team to get shut out in the Super Bowl, either team, is plus 4,000. That should be 400,000.
I mean, it's never happened.
That should be plus these
No one's
two
been shut out in the
teams.
Super Bowl.
These two teams for a shutout in the Super Bowl. I don't believe any team's been shut out in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I don't think so.
But for these two teams to be shut out, like Giants Ravens, okay, maybe
That was
that's
the
like
closest
yeah,
it
maybe
really
that's a
been,
plus 4,000. This should be plus 400,000.
No, I agree. It's just not happening.
It's just not happening.
Team's going to score 3
Yeah.
3 points. It's going to happen.
I like the real quick hitters. I love the quick hitter bets. So the opening kickoff is plus 125. No touchback. So that's what we talked about yesterday. That's 90%.
I need more research. I need more Elliott. I know Elliott's going to boot. Got to do a little more digging on Bucker.
First offensive play from scrimmage plus 120.
I was going to ask Smitty about that.
I feel like you guys are running.
Yeah,
like they-
I mean, it
I
could
think
be,
they always
you
run
want to
the
know what it's going to be? It's going to be an RPO. So,
Yeah, so you have no idea.
yeah. I mean, that's...
But I could see the Eagles going past because everyone's thinking they're going to, like, their running game is so good that they're like,
Get Jalen
That's what I
Hurts his legs under him, you know?
Yeah.
Like
that's what
a little
I'm thinking.
immediate, like just a little immediate.
yeah, like get him.
I think it's going to
action.
be. I think it's going to be a medium type play or pass. Like if there was
be
if there was a bet for over under 8.5 yards for the first play by the Eagles, like I would choose under.
I
like,
could even
play
see.
action slant.
I could even see a slant or like a screen to AJ Brown just to get him going too, like just to
Yeah.
get him that.
I do like the one I like. I do like Smitty's Eagles to score on their first drive.
I love it. It's plus. It's
Plus money.
The fact that it's plus
field
money.
goal, and you've got a good kicker. I like that.
I love over 3.5 field goals is plus 140.
I like that too. I was looking at that also.
That I can really see.
What do you think of either any kick to doink off the upright
Saw
or
that.
crossbar plus 405?
Love that. I love that.
That's another one where it should be plus like 1,000.
Yeah, I don't think either.
Probably
These,
more.
I don't think either these two kickers are shank worthy. Like
I
my
would
concern
like-
with Buckner is he
Could it
doesn't have
happen?
the
Of
flag.
That's one of
course
the-
it could.
Yeah,
That's one of the Super Bowl props you take because it's fun. You
Yeah,
sit there with your buddies and like they line for a field goal and everyone in the room is rooting for the ball to hit the upright.
There's also no wind, so like you really have to miss it. Like the wind's not going to do anything.
Dry heat, baby.
Yeah.
The I love this one too. Final play of the game to be a quarterback kneel. No is plus 180. I mean, you can, if the time is running out, you might not even have to kneel it. Like, I don't know.
But it's just the last play.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can run it, and then it's just like, I don't know.
Super Bowls, I mean, granted, these are the more memorable Super Bowls, I guess, but when was the last Super Bowl that had a kneel down?
No, but I'm saying when
Last
was,
year, or did the
no,
Bengals have the ball?
I'm pretty sure so another. Well, this is a little bit different.
That's
but
also true.
I'm pretty sure of the I saw a stat on Twitter was of the last like 16 Super Bowls. I think the last team to score won like 12 of them. That's a little bit different, obviously, than taking a knee, but it just shows like most of the games have been pretty like
Exactly.
they've been like.
I remember
close
just coming
games.
down to a Hail Mary or
Yeah, like most.
something,
It's
or
been like the last team
trying
that
to-
scores has
yeah.
won most of the time. High majority of the time.
Jalen Hurts over under for passing yards is 239.5. Patrick Mahomes is 291.5.
Say it again. What was
Hurts is
Hurts?
239.5. I think
I
that's fair.
actually like that for Mahomes because win or lose,
They're throwing.
he's going to be throwing 45 times.
Yeah.
So
They always, like, no matter what, how good your defensive line is, they run
he'll get yards.
never. They can't even pick a running back. Pacheco will.
I love Pacheco.
I do too.
Him and Hurts are gonna be my first touchdown scorers. I know they're a little chalky, but
Stafford did kneel it last year. The Bucks knelt.
yeah, because they got stopped in the fourth down. Burrow on that.
Hurts passing wise, like a lot of that is designated on live game script because, I mean, they can come out and they can rush for 400 yards. They can also pass for 400 yards. Like, you don't really know how they're going to attack it. But they will be putting up points.
First penalty accepted. What is it? That's crazy.
Wow.
I love how many bets we have on this.
See, I think it's got to be like an off, like a pregame, like a little offsides or
Okay.
false start and offsides.
So false start and offsides are different.
I figured that's what I was going to ask. What was the difference odds? Was.
They're both 450.
Plus 450.
Yeah.
So what are the other?
Holding is plus 300. Pass interference is plus 800. Delay of game plus 900. Personal foul plus 900. Any other foul is plus 300.
I
guess like a legal.
I like false start.
I think false start plus 450 is
An eligible receiver downfield. That's been like a penalty called a lot this season.
I'd rather false start than that because that's 300. False start's 450. That's a great bet.
I think so. Like just a little like Super Bowl jitters.
Like obviously holding is, but I don't know. I like
You
that.
can get a holding on the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Before we get into some more picks and some college basketball and some NBA, I want to talk to you guys about Omaha Steaks. We all love Omaha Steaks. We've all gotten the package. I think I'm going to use this code because I want some steaks. Weirdly, it's getting warmer out in New York. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, but it's fantastic. So you can get outside, get some grilling going with Omaha Steaks. This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the flavor when you save on a delectable dishes. Taste from Omaha.
Delectable.
Omaha Steaks with their love at first bite sale. It's the perfect time to celebrate your better half and bring the steakhouse experience home for Valentine's Day. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code PICKS at checkout and get $30 off your order. That's $30 off an endless variety of delicious gourmet foods. From perfectly aged tender steaks to juicy burgers, desserts, and classic comfort meals. Every bite is guaranteed to be perfect and is backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. I like that all these they know they're so good that you're gonna be satisfied 100%. They don't care at all. Visit omahasteaks.com. Enter PICKS at checkout to get $30 off your order today.
Christopher Lord in the chat has a good pick, which I actually agree with. Isaiah Pacheco to have a catch before Miles Sanders is minus. It's about even money. Miles Sanders, they just don't throw the ball to him anymore that much. He had a catch last week for 3 yards, but other than that, last 3 games, no catches, 1 target, no catches, no targets, 1 catch, 1 target, 1 catch, 1 target, 1 catch, 3 targets on December 11th against the Giants. They just don't throw the ball to him, and he also had drop issues in the past. I like that bet.
The Chiefs are one of the
Pacheco
hardest.
Catch a ball before
Chiefs
Sanders.
are one of the hardest teams to do props for because you just have no idea who he's going to go to, or it's like only prop you can do is like Kelsey to score a touchdown. That's like it's crazy, but it's one of the safer bets.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I'm gonna do Pacheco to score.
I like that.
I'm gonna do first score and just like a score.
Let's go some of these special offers because we've done a lot of props, and then we'll go into some college basketball last night, NBA. Outcome of first coaches challenge. Play overturned, play stands. That's just it's just both. It's minus 121. Minus 103 is play stands. That's like the favorite in that. I feel like I overturned this.
I'd rather bet on probably the stand. Like
Me too.
Like a dumb challenge.
You know who's gonna challenge and the play is gonna stand, right, Smitty?
Oh, he's going to waste both challenges in the first drive.
And they're both going to stand. So you should bet,
both
you should bet minus 103 play stands. Match end with a scoregami. Yes, plus 1,500. My app just went out.
Time of first scoring play before the 9-minute mark of the first quarter.
Before it?
Yeah.
So in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah. Will someone basically score within the first 6 minutes of the game?
Yes. What's that?
Plus 105.
That's wild to me. I mean, it is supposed to be a high-scoring game, but You're essentially saying that someone's going to score the first 2 drives. I mean, I think the Eagles, if they just like sat on the ball for 1 drive, they could not score. They could score and not score by then.
Yeah, Smitty is right. It's plus 250 over 1.5. Coaches challenges.
I love that.
Time of last scoring play, 2:15 or less left in the fourth quarter. 2:16 or more left in the fourth quarter. Any ruling on the field overturned by a coach's challenge, and first offensive play from scrimmage, pass, run. That's basically all. Obviously, normal fucking catches and yards for these players, but that's all like the kind of crazy props. That
What
we
about
have.
color of Gatorade?
I do think we offer that.
I think
That's
it comes
not
out later
up
in the
yet.
week.
It's not up yet. Yeah.
I think it's actually live in only 3 states, but Illinois, West Virginia, and I believe New Jersey. It is live.
Okay.
I can pull up the exact odds, but I think Lemon Lime is favored at like plus 120.
Damn. What do they know?
Yeah. What the fuck?
120.
I mean, I guess they probably looked at the Chiefs and they probably had to.
The Chiefs, when they won, whether it was orange against the 49ers, I think.
There is.
Lemon Lime plus 125, orange plus 300, blue 400, pink or red 400, water plus 650, purple plus 800, none, no Gatorade bath plus 1400.
Oh, that's a crime.
I like that.
There's a Gatorade bath going.
I feel like Sirianni won't get it.
I almost want to get nuts and go water.
Yeah, water's just
Clear /
outrageous.
water
Did you
is
see
plus
that
650.
Sirianni
Clear.
maybe not get it?
No, Sirianni will get it. 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get
everyone's
it. You're getting it.
I could see Sirianni being like a health guy.
Yeah, the only
He's
coach.
like we don't drink our calories.
The only
He
coach.
just
The
does-
only
he does
coaches.
propel.
The only coaches I can see not getting it would be like Belichick, because he has the power to just like look at you and you turn to stone, and somebody like Coughlin, who is so old he might just die.
Coughlin was getting the bath. He got both baths.
He
got the bath.
You're getting the bath. You win the Super Bowl.
It would be hilarious if they just dumped like a bottle of LaCroix or like a big thing of LaCroix on him. You just see the bubbles coming down.
Big Ev, I think you would appreciate this because you're a barber guy. You know, like your barber is your barber.
Of course.
The Chiefs barber came out and talked yesterday, said that first Super Bowl that the Chiefs won, he was there. He cut the entire team, like 20 or 20 something guys. Mahomes was looking good. They won the Super Bowl.
I thought you meant like Super Bowl 4. Which for the Barber to be there, I think that'd be a good response. There were some interesting like documentaries on that.
I'd
Super
let an
Bowl.
old man anywhere near my hair.
Yeah, no.
There's some
I don't
good.
even have hair, and I still wouldn't do it.
Oh, I just imagine like a military buzz cut guy. Like
They still fuck it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Fasoli brought me an LSU. He was like, oh yeah, like I asked like students, like we got a good shop. We go to some 2 fucking geriatric fucks. I want to fuck. They don't even have a razor. All I need you to shave my head. He couldn't do it right.
I give you a great straight edge though.
No, he didn't have that's what I meant by a razor. He didn't have a straight edge.
So that the bar.
Oh, sorry. The old Super Bowl, I think it was 4 that the Chiefs won first. They were such underdogs, apparently, that it like bankrupted the mafia in Kansas City because everyone went to bookies and bet the Chiefs, and they were such underdogs. Or maybe the mafia there's something that has to do with really interesting backstory on how like some organization.
Shout out Hank Stram.
So the barber came out. He was like, "Yeah, I was at the Super Bowl. They won. Like Pat was looking sharp out there. Like I said, it was cool to see my haircut on TV in the Super Bowl. The one they lost. It was what year was this? This is during COVID, right?
No, was that what
Yeah.
was it? 20?
Yeah, that was the COVID year.
2020.
Yeah, so it was
2020,
COVID.
Where their
2021.
offensive line just got shambled.
It was
going into it.
Or he said, he goes, man, I wasn't allowed there. I wasn't allowed during COVID. They were appointed some barber wherever the Super Bowl was that year. I was at the Bucks. It was in Tampa, right?
Yeah, it wasn't Tampa.
Yeah. They were appointed as a barber. He said Pat was looking busted out there, and I wasn't allowed there, and they lost.
Well, wasn't there a thing about the
Barber's
barber?
going there now.
Barbers given, maybe it was in the NBA, but barbers were a
Yes.
hot point for spreading.
I
COVID.
think it was the bubble in NBA. I think so. But yeah, this barber is cutting 22 guys' hair on Friday or Saturday, so they'll be looking sharp. That's a big thing. That is some things that barber players need their haircuts before games a lot of the times. I know a bunch of players that
listen. I would definitely be getting cut if I was playing the Super Bowl. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I definitely think that loss was due to their offensive line being switched cheap
and
maybe being in a pandemic.
And his hair was busted. So it's just I'm just relaying what the barber said.
And Mahomes had to play one away game for his entire life. Got bitch slapped in it. Classic.
Addy checkdowns.
I am not one game where he's on the home.
I don't know what I'm taking. What do you mean? When he won the Super Bowl, it wasn't at home?
No, I'm saying they played that game technically like it was in Tampa against Tampa.
Yeah.
So it was not away, but it was away.
Yeah. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes getting 2 points is still crazy. I think I'm excited for this game. I really am.
You don't think Jalen Hurts is going to come out with the freshest fade possible?
Oh, he is. This is his first Super Bowl, though. It's nerve wracking. It just is. It's a lot to prepare.
Hurts probably gets 3 haircuts this week.
Probably.
That's what I would do.
I mean, Jeff D. Lowe has, so I mean, he just got the trivia tournament.
Such an unnecessary Jeff D. Lowe jab at his hair.
No, Irish no Jeff, but
Jeff gets it once a week.
I know he does.
You always got a sharp fade. See, if I had the means like that, I'd be like DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah.
I just feel good. I would get my haircut every 3 days.
I mean, Jeff literally is he has panic. We were on Barstool vs. America. He would have panic attacks not knowing what barber to go to, and that's just because he was the host of Barstool vs. America. Imagine being the quarterback. No, I know, I respect it too. Imagine being the quarterback of the Chiefs. It's a big thing. So the barber's there. All right, but let me read this, and then we'll get into some.
Who's your pick? Are you still in the Chiefs right now?
I don't know yet. Going to the Philly bar is ruining my bet.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
it
that.
Should.
And I'm probably going to bet the Eagles just because I'm there.
If you bet the Chiefs, I am just going to. Well, I'm not allowed on the mic at the bar, but I will scream at the top of my lungs that you are just rooting for Brittany and Jackson Mahomes, and you want them to win and feel happiness.
Honestly, but being the heel is so fun.
No, not there. I want to be fun there. There.
You want to be with the wave.
I'd rather be with
it.
And in Philly, bro, no matter what, if I win, I'm still gonna get yelled at. If I lose, I'm still gonna get yelled at. And I'd rather be greasing the poles with them instead of.
But you're a Giants fan though.
You're betting the Eagles, scumbag.
But I'm not going to an Eagles bar.
I mean, I'm not going
two totally different things.
Willingly. I'm going for a pen event.
But I'm saying
I'm not like, I need to go to
But don't
this.
you dare compare going to an Eagles bar to just betting the Eagles.
I'm going for work.
But I'm saying
it's not like I'm like I can't wait to go here. And also I love that bar. The bar is probably our. It
is a great bar.
It's probably our most fun bar. I think.
Awesome.
I think I've been to all of them, and I think that's our most fun bar.
That Scottsdale this week if you're in there.
No, yeah, go there. It's just they're all great.
The Philly bar rocks.
The Philly bar is incredible.
Went there after the Invitational. It was a great time.
It's like got a line. There's like TikToks all the time, like how big the line is because so many people want it. It's the best bar.
It's got like a downstairs area that's very fun.
It's a huge space. It's very
downstairs area is like it's like a club.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's a great time.
But yes, big news. A new free-to-use payment method is now available at Barstool Sportsbook and Casino, and we highly recommend giving it a try. Skrill is an instant, secure, and hassle-free option whether you're depositing or withdrawing. Here's how it works. Select Skrill at the checkout, enter your login, pay with your bank balance, Skrill balance, or pick another option. I'm going to go ahead and pay directly from my bank account. Once I've entered my online banking details, I simply confirm the amount and pay. It's very easy. Online gambling is only legal in certain states. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 plus. If you are a gambler, use Skrill because Skrill is part of the Barstool Sportsbook and Casino, and it's a safe way. So go to Skrill.com/Barstool to sign up for free. Shout out Skrill for helping us out on the Sportsbook.
Brandon leaves and we have 4 ad reads.
Facts.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, he's too worried about, like, jumping in a pool and being wet. That's pretty much what
he's with his Barstool Boy Club.
Yeah, that is what it is,
the cool
right?
guys.
Yeah, they are.
Cool kids club.
We're the losers, I guess. Sitting here doing Pick Central talking sports, you know? All right. Want to do college basketball real quick? Duke got smoked last night. Duke got
Also,
absolutely
not only
smoked.
did they get
Also, that's not a shot at any of them out there. That's just a shot at Brandon Walker wanting to be a part of the cool kids. Just
Yeah.
put that out there.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. He definitely, he wants to be young again. He's sleeping in a fucking bunk bed with KB. So last night Duke got absolutely smoked. Miami that was scary. Miami's undefeated at home. They already beat them. They split this year with them. I'm completely fine with Duke losing that game. They have Virginia on Saturday. That's when you got to win. Kansas.
Well, we're just glossing over that. We're done with that one.
They lost by 25. What do you want to talk about?
You guys stink.
We don't stink. We've lost 6 games, 7 games, 6 games.
But I'm saying you're just clearly you're not one of those teams.
I think they're gonna do better than people think.
But what's better than people think?
Elite 8.
No, I don't see it.
Huh?
I just and this is not even me being. I
know that's fine.
When I watch this team, like I see a team like Miami that can they're like the Elite 8, and that's not just.
Well,
off,
this is also
that's not just off one game. I just think the way. Listen, Duke's not built horrendous. Like they have some like veteran guard play. Like Roach is good. They have like some pieces that you think would be like there, but I just think when they have to like for example last night when you have like a Nigel Pack and Wong on the other end, they're a handful.
But
and Jordan Miller, like they have a lot. Who's the fuck is number 55 on Miami? Is it Almaneer is his name or something?
Yeah.
That guy jumps out of the fucking gym.
That dunk was he the one that had the dunk at the end of the game?
Sideline dunk,
bro.
That was crazy.
That's where I
that was
turned to-
athlete.
He
That's where I
literally
took
went
a
like
shadow.
Vince Carter. He literally could have stuck his elbow in the rim.
But you have to give
That was crazy.
Duke a credit a little bit because one, they did beat them. That is, they went 1-1. 2, their best player is not playing, so
Who's
that's
that?
a problem. Tariq Whitehead.
But he hasn't played all year, really.
He's been in and out, but like it's still like when he plays, he can at least guard one of those like Wong or Pack. Like they had Filipowski pretty much, or like Jalen Blakes or someone that can't keep up with him where Whitehead can. But there's no excuse. They play who they play. But I was
Miami's
excited.
good.
Miami's really good. Miami's good. Kansas played Texas last night. The Big 12 is the most exhausting conference out there. Right now they have 8 teams, 8 out of 10 teams in the tournament. If the season ended today, they have 8 out of 10 teams. The 9th team is in question too.
All their 10 teams are in the top like 70 of
70.
the FPI or whatever.
They're all in 70. Oklahoma beat Alabama, smoked Alabama. They're the team in question at the 9, and then Texas Tech is not in it because they're 1-8. But they're still a very good. They'd be in the middle of the pack in any other conference.
They've been struggling. I agree with they've been getting blown out. So they've had so many of these games where like gambling wise, you're like, oh, like this is the game they're gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
And they just haven't. Besides that one, the comeback. That literally was it.
Yeah, which was fucking insane.
Yeah, that was another one where they were down a bunch and they should have lost.
But last night that was really the only 2 games.
Kansas needed it bad. I felt like that was we both said it. It was about
They needed it bad, yeah.
Right spot.
And they didn't need it bad.
Texas coming off a big Kansas State road win, off a couple big wins.
But that also
Kansas had
last
a few
night.
losses.
That's last night where it shows you how good Kansas is because Jalen Wilson didn't do dick.
No.
Grady Dick
I think
did.
Jalen Wilson only had 4 points?
Yeah, he did nothing.
The only thing that scares I think they're due to make another bit. Like I think they're going to make a deep run. The one thing they've been missing. I think I said at the beginning of the year. They just don't have that big guy they usually always have.
Their big
They
guy
usually always have that one. Like it doesn't have to be a crazy dominant, but they have like that's Bouquet and like those guys. Like, just a big physical big man that you can just throw the ball into when you need to, and they just don't have that. They don't have the size.
Their big guy he can jump out of the gym. It's all he does is dunk, but he doesn't really.
He's not like polished.
He's
yet.
not
He's
polished to do back downs and defend a big guy.
a big physical presence.
If they
on
go
the
up against
inside.
Purdue, they'll have a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like, and not just him. Like there's some other teams they could face that the big imagine them playing Arizona with Bello
or even a UConn or Creighton.
some of these guys. There's some matchups for them where if you have a dominant big guy, that could be an issue.
Tonight for college basketball, there's Marquette UConn, which is a great game. Rutgers
A lot of good games
Indiana,
tonight.
great game. North Carolina Wake Forest. I'm just going to tell you guys right now my 2 picks for my ladder challenge. If you want to talk it out with me, we can.
Let's do it.
St. John's plus 1.5 at Butler.
I'm on the opposite.
Okay, so that's a good thing. This is the other one. Suns are minus 5.5 against the Nets. No Kyrie, obviously. No Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie's not going to be there yet. Our obviously,
Is he maybe?
What?
I can see him maybe playing tonight.
Maybe he is. Ben Simmons is out. Obviously, big thing everyone should know.
What happened?
But, he's hurt. Devin Booker's playing
Well sued, Ben.
the first time in a while.
I don't hate your logic. I haven't bet
And
much NBA at all
Nets
this year.
back
so.
to back. Nets back to
Yeah,
back.
I don't hate the logic. I just haven't bet a ton of NBA. I think the other lines, basketball has been taken, like when I just see, I think the Butler line's a little fishy.
It should be,
I'm
minus 3.5.
The other way. Yeah, that's why I'm taking Butler minus the 1.5.
You know what? I think I should go Suns. I think that was my first
Go
pick
with it. Go
anyway.
with Suns. If that's what you, yeah. I
I
mean,
think the
Go with your
Suns.
gut. You're 9-1. Your last 10.
I
yeah.
am 9-1 my last 10. I think the Suns have to be the play. Because St. John's I really want to take, but the line is scary. Very scary. And the Nets on the back-to-back, I think that just... And the guy on the Nets last night had 40 points, and they lost by 16.
I mean, Cam Thomas is a superstar.
It's
Like,
unreal.
Yeah, but they lost by 16. It's like, all right.
He took the jab at LeBron last night.
Did he?
Because it was like, oh, look, you guys both have scored. It was something with scoring 40 points in back-to-back games.
yeah,
And he was
at under 22 years old.
It was something, yeah, something. And he was like, I'm a Kobe guy. Dead serious is what he said.
It is kind of funny where I saw J.J.
Good
Redick.
response.
It's a great response.
Good response, very good
I
response.
saw J.J. Redick go kind of on a rant about because someone they were talking about is
I watched that as well.
Is
It honestly was a
LeBron-
good clip.
it is it's like they were talking about is LeBron like the best scorer of all time or something.
It is funny the way he approached it, where it is so true the way that we've just created all these narratives that are just not true at
It's
all.
not true. Like LeBron is the most clutch player to
like
ever play.
statistically,
So, like this is all stats. Most clutch player to ever play.
a top 3 to 5 NBA scorer ever.
Durant and Kobe and him are like the closest you can be in scoring. Like it's when the way he was just doing stat by stat by stat and every narrative that
I don't know how you
crazy.
can. I don't know how you can say LeBron isn't one of the greatest scorers of all time when he literally is having.
The way the guy said it, I wish we could.
Well, no.
we could,
So
but-
what they did was the clip started with they discussed it when Mad Dog and Francesca were on First Take,
yeah,
and he said, "Would you?" I think it was either Molly Cam or Stephen. I said to Mad Dog, like, "Would you consider LeBron James like one of the great scorers of all time?"
and he went.
See, it's
And he was like, "Eh," he goes, "I don't know if I would." And then Jay did cut that and was like, "This."
yeah, like if you're talking greatest scorers of all time, you can't not put him up there. But if you're talking, okay, you have one shot to score, 1-on-1, isolated ball, like would you choose LeBron over Durant?
But I think that
Kobe?
the stat was like, yeah, you do.
It was I
That's
think
what's crazy.
your knee jerk would be there's other people you choose like I even argue right now I think taking like not a 1-on-1 like a last shot I'm putting the ball in Curry's hands over anybody ever to make one single shot.
Yeah, but the thing is,
But I think what
the
it was
thing is, you should go with LeBron, where he has 5. I think he said he has 5. He has 5 buzzer beaters
yeah,
like,
in the playoffs
to
the
win the
was the
game in the
most.
playoffs to ever.
I don't know. If you had one shot wide open in the corner, Bruce Bowen for the Spurs.
God.
Ray Allen.
Wait, let's go.
Just real quick. Well, I think what it is, I think the biggest factor in it is almost he's so well rounded it like hinders himself.
Yeah,
Like he's such an amazing passer.
Oh yeah,
And
for
you
sure.
want to like it's like you don't want to give him like oh like he's the best at this and that and this.
because then there's no arguments. That's
And I think for some reason he never like even though he's jump shooting has gotten like better and he's never had like a bad jump shot. I think when you just think of like his jump shot compared to like a Durant or like a Kobe, I feel like theirs just feels more like pure. Am I crazy? saying that? I don't know. I think there's a
Oh, that's true.
LeBron doesn't
feeling
look.
there like
and LeBron,
but even though he hits it just as high as the clip, it was funny because on the bottom of that clip, when they showed like his shooting percentage was like the best ever, like as good as theirs, better than theirs. I think it was better than like Jordan's, like Kobe's and them. And then it was so much the hater replies are all like, oh, like they're all his dunks and layups. I'm like, What does that matter?
Yeah, people
It's
forget.
not like he's just like.
Wait, we got 1 minute. So let's
People
do our
forget
picks
the first
fast.
3 to 5 years of his career, he was kind of a chucker, like a thrower.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't really a shooter.
Yeah,
Let's do our
He
picks.
developed
I
his
think
shot.
his form just doesn't look as like clean as everyone else's.
Big F, go your picks. Go.
So I'm on UConn -4, A&M, UNC State. Ole Miss and Butler are just like ratty lines. I really like them both. And we're going to Kentucky. I might add a few more plays. Look for the card later. Big card tonight.
All right, I got Suns -5.5. That's me, my pick. Indiana -4. Marquette +4.5. UNC money line. Auburn +3. Virginia -7.5. That line is just really big. For I'm not sure why. St. John's +1.5. K-State -5. Arkansas +5.5.
Yeah, Big F said it best. Ole Miss, you smell the rat. Grizzly Bulls under, and a little money line parlay. Lightning and Lakers as LeBron's going for it.
Love it. Yeah, I think the LeBron shit. Like, there's a reason why we always, when they compare him to someone, it's Michael Jordan. It's not like there's no one. We're never gonna see anyone like him ever again. Ever again. I don't think we will. He's just a specimen of a human that we're never gonna see a 6'9", 250 fucking guy doing all.
Does-
Once
literally
Zion
everything.
gets it all together.
But he doesn't have. He can do literally everything.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, LeBron's passing, it's just
incredible.
There's no reason why he should be that good as a passer.
No,
He's
not at
averaging
all.
30. He's averaging like 37 and 7. That's what he's averaged his whole career.
Yeah. All right, that's the show. The Yak is up next live with the Boys Club and Brandon Walker in Arizona, and we will be back tomorrow.
God bless Brandon Walker. God bless.